Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for August 13, 2022, the Bain Ashamed Issue. And we begin with that story from Bloomberg, as Bain and Company says it's ashamed of its role in destabilizing South Africa's tax agency after senior Treasury officials called the companies to stop doing business with the firm. The public apology by Stephen York, Bain's managing partner in South Africa, comes days after the UK banned the group from bidding on states' contracts because of their corrupt work. So I'm sure they are ashamed, given the interesting penalty from the UK government. It will be interesting to see what happens in the United States. Next up from Reuters, former Alstom executive Lawrence Hoskins won his appeal at the Second Circuit, which affirmed a ruling finding the former exec not guilty of committing foreign bribery, according to Reuters. In one of the most interesting cases, this involved a overseas alleged agent of the U.S. company, and the court found that Alstom was in a parallel position to the U.S. subsidiary, but he was not their agent and therefore could not be brought under the U.S. statute because he was not a U.S. national, nor did he reside in the U.S. So it's going to be interesting to see the fallout from that. In a very unfortunate story, the BBC reports that Salmon Rushdie was attacked before giving a speech or presentation at the U.S. He was stabbed on stage. At this point, we don't know the seriousness of his condition, but certainly our thoughts go out to Salmon Rushdie and his family over this attack. And apparently the fatwa still lives. And of course, our final story is the continuing saga of former President Donald Trump. According to the Wall Street Journal, classified documents were removed from Mar-a-Lago in the raid, or execution, I should say, of the search warrant. The Wall Street Journal has reviewed the list of documents, and the FBI took about 20 boxes of documents, and several documents were marked top secret or other sensitive and compartmentalized information. There were 4 sets of top secret documents, 3 sets of secret documents, and 3 sets of confidential documents. Unfortunately, the list did not provide the substance of the documents, so at this point, we still don't know, nor do we know who these documents may have been targeted to either give or sell to by anyone. So we're going to keep watching this one too. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.